It's time for deload workout number 2, but first, we gotta drive these peak hours. So, let's have a big breakfast and have a big morning. Yeah! Alright guys, so catching up on some old school Eric Konevsky right here. We gotta eat really fast and get on the road, because it's already 7:05, so we gotta go now. And this has to last me till about 9 to 9:30, depending when I stop driving, but 9's when the peak hour ends. So roughly then, this needs to last me 2 hours. Scoop away a cup of cereal, a whole muffin, which is 400 calories, so that's kind of a game changer right there. Then we've got pre-workout, post-workout, water, that's all coming with, so we're ready. Let's eat. I'll see you guys soon tomorrow. Filming the video. Look at Alright guys, so that's a wrap on deload workout number two, and I've got some vanilla whey protons. It's actually iso pure, probably the best whey protein ever, isolate. Half a cup of oats and about a cup of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So yes, if you guys are blending your shakes by hand because you don't have a blender or you're not at home to blend your shakes and your carb sources and you don't want to buy that garbage carbohydrate powder, which is just pure garbage, throw some oats in there, but also live a little, throw your favorite cereals in there too. It's super delicious to drink / eat. So I'm gonna down this, go home and shower, and I was gonna drive, but I think I might change plans and go smash an epic brunch. So the workout was good, went as planned. 3 sets on the squats. As you can see, depth is proper, depth is extreme, full on ass to grass. So like I said before about the bench stuff, yeah, I was squatting 185 and it felt really, really heavy at ass to grass. Now with 135, I get to ass to grass and then I can literally sink, stretch, extend my glute, fully stretch my entire glute and upper hamstring, which I can't do with 185. So like I said, drop to 50-60% of your 1 rep max, break your habits, train with lightweight, train with the best possible form ever. And then when you go back to another 4, 6, 7 weeks of heavy training, hopefully you won't develop those habits as soon, or you'll stave them off a little longer. It's a good word, stave. Or, you know how it goes. So after the squats, just did a warm-up set and then a 185 or a plate and a quarter hack squat set. Then I did 2 supersets on the curls and extensions, and I did 2 sets of calves. And it's funny because last time I trained legs on the 4th set of calves, I sprained my peroneus longus muscle, I think is what Kelly told me that muscle would have been, or the peroneus brevis. It's just the muscles on the side of the calves, which you see on like a side chest. And I just like felt one just sprain, or you know, like micro tear or whatever, and I was like shit, and it wasn't really a big deal. I didn't feel pain outside of the gym and I felt no pain here. But it's funny how after training very, very hard, I tried to push it on calves a bit and I got a little bit of a tweak. So that's all gone now, but that's the indicative of your deloads when they're needed. If you're getting tired on your compounds, if you're getting any discomfort, and if you tweak yourself on some like dumb accessory, you know your body's had enough. So I feel good. I want some grub. I want some good ass grub. Alright guys, what's going on? So I'm popping in for a short voiceover here. I'm just having this right here because tomorrow I'm going to go specifically in depth into a type of tendonitis I have. I'm trying to self-diagnose it, or at least give my best interpretation of what it is, because it's never been diagnosed in the 10 years that I've had it. Doctors, trainers, massage therapists, chiropractors, no one has been able to tell me certainly what the issue is. So I'm going to give you guys a specific example of what it is by showing you the exact muscle that inserts where I get pain and which part of the bone of the humerus where I get pain, because someone did ask me that, but this is a leg workout video, so I don't want to go into depth in it, but I will tomorrow. So deload leg day was easy. As you can see, what the main issue here is that with lighter weight, I can squat deeper, I can sit on my ankles, my back's straighter, and I don't get any curve in my lower back. If you look where I squatted 185, you can tell that my lower back does round a little bit or arch a little bit, and I don't think that's ideal. But again, the thing with lifting weights is that when you're at 50% of your max, a true competition max, if you could squat 400 in competition, you can't probably pause 400 ass to grass and hang out there and sit there for 3 seconds and squat it up without really screwing up your body mechanics. But if you were to drop to 200 or 250, then you can go down to full range of motion, you can hang out in that spot, and it's no problem at all. And you actually might even get more sore from doing lighter weights. And the reason you get more sore from doing lighter weights is because you're going into a range of motion that you are not used to. DOMs you get by doing a brand new exercise, delayed onset muscle soreness, like 2 or 3 days soreness after your training. You'll get that from doing a brand new exercise or tripling your volume or just doing something you've never ever done. I always compare it to, say, like if you ride a jet ski for 4 hours, your whole obliques, your lower back, your thighs are sore for like 5 days, whether you're an athlete or not, because that type of body motion is nothing that you train in the gym, bracing left to right and left to right. You'll always be sore from doing something brand new like that, a new activity, and the same goes in the weight room. So the idea is that when you do your deloads, go to your end range of motion, see how that compares to what you do when you're working with 70, 80, 90% and compare it. If you're benching and your grip starts to get wider and wider week after week, and then on your deload you come back to something more neutral and you feel that you're getting way more stretch in your triceps and your chest, then you're probably rushing your progression. And do not rush your progression. Obviously we're all guilty of that. It's easy to just add more weight on the bar because you probably can hit meet legal type lifts or at least gym PRs that exceed your comfortable full range of motion reps. With pull-ups you can take an inch off the bottom, you can take an inch off the top and probably do 3 or 4 more sets. Same thing with bench. You can go from a neutral grip, you can go 2 inches further out, probably do 3 or 4 more sets. And for the squat, especially if you're just going an inch past parallel but you can healthily, without knee pain, without hip pain, go ass to grass, I don't know what the best idea is. For me, I think the idea is to do full range of motion, and the only reason I want to squat heavier is for you guys. For everyone else on YouTube, people squat 300, 400, 500 pounds, people I'm their size if not bigger. But the idea is that I don't want to be squatting 135 when people are squatting 315 if our physiques look the same. I feel like that just doesn't make any sense. But if people want to squat 1 inch below parallel and I'm going ass to grass, then maybe I should stick to that and see where it gets me. But I know for a fact that I'm never going to squat 400 pounds by sitting on my heels like that. That's like elite Olympic lifter type stuff. But it may be worth a shot to stay doing these types of things so I don't get into the habits of squatting parallel or wide grip, excuse me, wide grip benching. But that's just something I want to reiterate to you guys, because you need to cut the weight down and see what you're doing wrong. And until you drop the weight, you won't know really what you're doing wrong. You're gonna keep ego lifting, and we don't ego lift on this channel. We just flex. We're good. All right, guys, and we just got home. Came home after brunch, took a short little nap, recharged the batteries. I'm driving today from 7 to 9 a.m. and from 10 to midnight. And obviously in between, trained, drove some more, went to brunch, and now I'm home to eat my favorite meal, which I'm gonna show you guys. I ate it pretty much all of 2017, and except for when I was working at Dave Palumbo, we had more potatoes than rice, but this is a variation of it. So I'm gonna put it together, and you're gonna see the amount of protein I use is about 4 cooked ounces, which in reality is 30 grams of protein or more, plus the almonds and the rice and the veggies. Everything equals out to easily 35 grams of protein. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. Catching on some big Lenny part 2 right now with Dave Palumbo. So I'm gonna make that meal, show you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video because it's been a while, but it was just kind of relaxing, doing my thing. And as you guys know, when I don't feel like making videos, I don't make them. And when I do, they just come out. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys at the meal. One of my favorite meals, at least 2 or 3 times a day for several months now. Rice, chicken tenderloins, almonds, ketchup, mixed veggies, Frank's Red Hot Buffalo, and olive oil. All that makes a wonderful dish, and you guys might be saying it's low protein, it's low protein. 40 grams of protein is enough when you eat 7 times a day. So let's do